Well, good morning again. And once again we find ourselves in Boca da Corrida. We've not been here for pretty much exactly a year.
It's one of our favourite places though. It is just, there aren't words to describe how gorgeous this is.
We've just been dropped off by Felipe. It's about a half-hour drive up from Funchal, up through the forests on cobbled roads.
Yeah, it was an adventure getting
Yeah,
here,
it was,
wasn't it?
yeah. But you arrive here, I mean, it's a tiny little place. There's basically just a car park and a strange tiny little church. We're looking down on that little village which is Cavalo-Relvinha-Serradino, which is where we ended up last time. But this route is going to take us a slightly different way. This is quite a long one.
Yeah, further on into the mountains.
Yeah. We're starting off the same way as we did last time, kind of over this way. But then we're hooking left over the back of this peak. And we're heading off to a place called Hiking-Boca, which is our finish point. But we saw some of the route yesterday on the way back in with Felipe. He was pointing it out and it looks mega.
It looks absolutely fantastic. Mega. There's about 2,000 foot of descent and it just comes quite steeply down, doesn't it? It looks really, really good. Excited about this one.
Poco or Poso. I need to work on my pronunciations. And then a climb at the end back up into Hiking-Boca. So, and the weather is perfect, not a cloud in the sky. There may be some clouds creeping in later on, so we're hoping we can get the high level stuff done while it's clear. Yeah. Because the views are going to be something else. So, I think it's time to get cracked on.
Let's go.
Let's roll. Steep little climb to start and first little lookout point. Breathtaking. Just see Cavalo-Relvinha-Serradino down there. And we're heading on up over them ways. So Felipe was saying that officially on the internet this route is closed because there'd be some obstructions. We're not quite sure what to expect, but we've just come past that, which is definitely an area of rockfall onto the path where the path's got pretty thin and there's quite a big drop down there. So we're probably expecting more of that along the way. He said possibly some fallen trees and stuff, but passable, yeah. He spoke to a couple of his mates who said it is passable, so we're rolling the dice a little bit today, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
All part of the adventure.
Yep, fingers crossed. There's Shell down there in the middle of the picture, and this is one of those places where you kind of think, where does our route go? And I think sort of middle of the picture there, you can see it snaking off up that mountainside. I think that top centre of the picture is Pico Grande. I think we snake to the left of that and head off roughly over in that direction. But everywhere you turn, it is just mind-blowing. So, just up in the centre of the picture there in the distance is the summit of the mighty Pico Grande, which I think we pass underneath. But we've just come across another section in the path where there's been some rockfall, and it's a little bit sketchy. You would not want to drop down the side there. That is a very big drop. And we've got a large rockfall pile in front of us with a thin path. So I think we're going to put the camera away and take our time through this.
We'll see you on the other side, hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Well, we made it over. But this little section here has been built up with rocks But one wrong move there, and that's time to log off down there. Well, we've paused here because there are some immense views. We've got Pico de Cavallo up there, the mighty Pico Grande up there, and then off over into the distance this way. You can see that wind farm. That was around about where we were yesterday, the Serra de Agua, over that way. But just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So we're kind of right underneath Pico Grande now. The summit's just gone out of view. But with the light changing through the day, lighting up the mountainsides, and the way it's changing is absolutely spectacular. Well, we're making good time, and it is baking hot. Enjoying a bit of shade.
This was our turning we took last year to
Yeah,
Corrida.
that will take you over to Corral das Freiras. But this time,
This is our path to Hiking-Boca.
yep, you can just actually see we're still right underneath the sheer cliffs of Pico Grande up there. And you can see that path kind of in the middle of the picture. And a bit further on down there, heading off down into the valley where we'll climb to the other side to Encumeada.
So unwalked trail from
Yep.
here.
So to try and give you some idea of scale, that's Shell bang in the middle of the picture, and we are underneath these vast, vast cliffs on the side of Pico Grande, feeling very, very dwarfed. Absolutely massive vertical cliffs. And you can see our trail snaking off to the left there, and I think over the edge of that ridge and down towards the valley. And with temperatures rising, we found this little tiny stream coming down the mountainside, or the cliff face rather.
Just washed our shoes in it.
Yeah, we've just had a bit of an incident in some mud back there. That's a lot deeper than it looks. So we're now going to wet off some buffs and get them on our heads. Time to cool down.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's cold.
Is it?
Very cold. Oh, nice.
Right, I think I'm going to join you. Oh,
Relief.
oh, that's nice. So we've got some more rock fall and tree fall blocking the path, but we've got a little makeshift path down here which looks okay.
Made some noise in it.
Yeah, but that's again one big drop down there. I think that's come down from them ways. But we're managing to pass all this stuff so far, aren't we?
A few other sketchy bits.
Yeah, there are some sketchy bits, but
not too bad.
It's passable. So there are the Pico Grande cliffs. You can just see our trail underneath them. Yep, and snaking along that ridge. And we're trying to get you a sense of scale for the vast space in front of us and the huge ruggedness of these peaks, but it's just not going to happen. The only way you'd experience that is standing here. It is just mind-bending, it really is. So with a lot of the trail like this, we've been looking for somewhere to have lunch because it's about that time, and we wanted some shade and somewhere to sit and a view, and fortunately we've got this little rocky area in the shade, and that is a view. So we're going to sit here, look down on Serra da Agua and eat some sandwiches. So lunch is done and we're back on the trail, and again we find ourselves beneath another massive cliff face, and the trail is going to snake along to that ridge and down towards Serra da Agua. So we're descending from here on in, and then I think we've got a little climb up to Encumeada, and the sun is beating down. Well, the feel of the trail has changed a bit. We've lost a lot of altitude, maybe
like a steep descent, that wasn't
yeah,
it?
maybe 1,000 feet or so, and we're into the laurel forest area now, as you can see, which is providing us with some shade, which is very nice because
Much needed.
it is so hot. But yeah, this is kind of contouring the side of this mountain, and as I say, through these laurel trees, which are absolutely gorgeous, and you get the occasional glimpse of stuff opening up behind you like that. You can still see the mountains, and we're making our way to, or passing through a little place called Corral de Juncao, or Junsao I think. I really need to work on my pronunciation. And Shell has just negotiated another, well, large obstacle in the path, shall we say. The path kind of finishes here, and all this debris, trees and stones have slid down and covered the path, and there's this makeshift little path up and over the top, which we're going to have to take. How is it? Okay? Whoa.
Be careful coming down there, lots of loose rocks.
Right. Tell you what, I'm going to put the camera away while we do this bit. Hopefully I'll see you at the bottom. So, that was a bit sketchy, if the truth be known. You're footing on that bit there, you're standing on the loose stuff and it's just sliding away, which is probably one of the reasons why this path is officially closed. But we made it through. All adds to the adventure. And we were told by Felipe that there is a bar in Corral das Freiras, and because we are both baking hot and rather filthy as well, with all the fine dust getting kicked up off the path and sticking to the sweat, the ankles are rather minging, aren't they?
A cold beer is sounding
So yeah, the
good
thought of a
about
cold
now.
beer is rather inviting. So I think we're only a couple of miles away, but we've got to climb up there. But I reckon we can do it.
We've got some motivation.
We have beer motivation. Let's roll. We have just come round a section of trail that you can't see because of the trees, maybe about a minute ago, and we've just watched a landslide happen.
Literally a minute before, if that, we were there.
You can't see it because of the trees, but this trail here curves round under there, and we've just watched a load of rocks fall. That's interesting, isn't it?
Makes you feel alive.
Both of us just stopped in our tracks and turned round, and you can just kind of see those rocks that the trees are growing out of, and a good few chunks of those are just falling onto the path. Should we get going? That beer is sounding even better. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, that kind of path though, isn't it?
Another area of tree fall and big rock fall. It's no wonder the path is closed. Wow, that's one huge tree come down. So that's the Serra de Agua road down there, and we've kind of come from the other side of that, which looks a massive distance away from here, but the end is getting nearer, as is the beer, and the clouds rolled in and hidden the sun a bit, which is actually quite nice. So not far to go now. Nice. Well, we are on the home stretch, and that has been hard work. It's got to be said.
Route, though.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Fantastic. A hiker's paradise here, isn't it?
That was amazing. Probably pips the last time we were here from Boca da Corrida. Probably the best hike we've done.
I mean, that's also a fantastic route, but this was just, it was further into the mountains.
Yeah, more remote, more varied probably.
Yeah.
But the GPS is telling us we're 120 metres from the bar that way. So I think we're going to sign off and head to get ourselves a cold beer, a well-deserved cold beer.
We've earned it.
Yep. So we'll grab a bit of video in the bar if we can. If not, we'll see you next time. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We're thoroughly shattered, but absolutely buzzing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.